Facebook just announced that it will start buying unpaid invoices from certain companies and start collecting on those outstanding invoices. Is Facebook going into the collections business? Welcome to the channel, and I hope that if you find this information helpful, you'll hit the like and subscribe buttons and leave a comment or two below letting me know. It really helps. Now, on September 9th, 2021, Facebook announced the release of their smart glasses called Ray-Ban Stories. With these, you can take pictures and videos and listen to music and take phone calls, all controlled through the glasses. But that wasn't the only announcement made that day by Facebook. Sheryl Sandberg, Chief Operating Officer at Facebook, announced the Facebook Invoice Fast Track program. For this program, Facebook will set aside an ongoing $100 million to buy outstanding unpaid invoices from companies that are owned, operated, and controlled by underrepresented minorities, women, etc. Facebook would only charge a 1% fee for this service. Why? Sheryl Sandberg said in that press release that Facebook surveyed more than 35,000 small business leaders, whatever that means, and says that 60% of small businesses are struggling financially, having some form of difficulty paying business-related expenses, and that 20% of women-led businesses have closed globally as a result of the pandemic. Also, 40% of minority-led businesses in the U.S. reported that they have lower sales this year compared to last year. They're saying small businesses need help collecting money that's owed to them. Now, collection agencies charge normally somewhere between 10 and 50% in collection fees, depending on the amount of debt to be collected and the age of that outstanding debt. Newer accounts are easier to collect with about a 94% collection rate, and so agencies charge less to collect newer accounts than they do to collect on older accounts, which have a lower collection rate of about 14%. For example, for a 2-year-old account. An average collection cost is about 30%. So whatever the collection agency receives by collecting the debt, they keep 30%. Facebook will only charge 1%, and that's not even of any collected amount. That's 1% of the total outstanding debt because they aren't charging a contingency based on the amount collected, but buying the debt from these businesses outright. Obviously, since Facebook is only charging 1% on what is an industry standard 30% collection fee, they're just being altruistic by looking out for the little guy or gal small business owner who may be struggling in these pandemic times and helping them collect their outstanding debts and stay open, right? Right? No, I don't think so. So what does Facebook hope to gain by becoming a collection agency? Many of these huge tech companies that provide products and services for free only provide these free products and services as a pretense to get other information from you and then monetize that information, usually in the form of targeted advertising. That is to say that the more they know about you and the more granular they can profile you, the more they can charge advertisers to get your attention with ads that are more relevant to you. The more relevant the ad, the more likely you are to purchase whatever it is the advertiser is selling, and the more they're willing to pay. In fact, research has shown that non-targeted ads result in 52% less revenue for the advertiser. Non-targeted ads just don't work as well as ads specifically targeted to you. As an example, if an advertiser knows you're searching online for, say, maternity clothes, then you're probably pregnant and will have a need for diapers and baby clothes in the not too distant future. So Walmart will pay more to advertise Pampers to you instead of some rando on the internet who may or may not have a need to buy diapers and baby clothes. And this data that Facebook collects is its lifeblood. Facebook makes 98.5% of its revenue from digital advertising. That's why Facebook is so worried about Apple allowing its users to opt out of the kind of online tracking Facebook and Google and other companies use to collect your data. Other than when you actually use Facebook and interact with it with likes and tags and whatever, the number one way Facebook can collect data about you is through the tracking cookies Apple is allowing you to opt out of. Without targeted advertising, there is no Facebook, or at least not the way we know it today. Because it's so important to their bottom line, Facebook is constantly searching for new ways to get your data. Imagine what Facebook could learn about you by collecting a debt it has bought from a company you owe money to. They know what business you use, they know how much you spend there, they know what you buy there, they know how often you make payments and in what amounts. They can then connect this data to what they already know about you to better and more accurately know who you are, so when they sell your attention to an advertiser, they can charge that advertiser more since the advertising is more accurately targeted to you. Facebook's mission statement is to give people the power to share and make the world more open and connected. But on the page announcing this program, it's pretty obvious what Facebook's goal is. We know your information is more valuable than the 1% Facebook is charging to collect a debt. But since Facebook is a business, they still need to lower their collection costs to maximize their profit. One of the ways they can do this is to only buy and try to collect debts that are easy and cheap to collect. On their website about this program, Facebook states they are at this time only buying invoices from businesses with corporate or government customers that have an investment grade rating, which means it's only buying invoices from businesses with high quality vendors in order to keep the debts more easily collectible. But how long before they start buying invoices for debts owed by individuals? I bet it will be soon after they can verify that this collection business is a net positive for their bottom line. Another way to lower their collections costs is through how they collect. It should be noted that the Federal Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, which I talk about a lot here, has updated its collection rules under the FDCPA, or Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, which regulates how debts can be collected. That update will allow people who owe money to be contacted directly on social media platforms like Twitter, Instagram, and yes, Facebook. That means debt collectors can send you direct messages on your social media platform of choice in order to try to collect the debts. They can also send friend requests to you as long as they disclose that they are a debt collector. So let me ask you, who's in the best position to contact you to collect a debt on the largest social media platform ever created? Oh yeah, the owner of that platform. The update to the FDCPA goes into effect on November 30th, 2021. Do you think it's just a coincidence that Facebook is rolling out this collections program right before they're allowed to direct message you to collect a debt? Again, this program, as it rolls out, is currently limited to certain minority and underrepresented business owners and for invoices owed by government and corporate customers owing at least $1,000. But I'm not going to be shocked when Facebook expands the program to cover debts owed by any individuals. They know a lot about you, where to find you, and can soon easily contact you to collect on the debts you owe. I have no doubt we will see this soon. Thanks for watching, and make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons below.